Okay.
Oh, that's nice. Glad I stopped for a bit.
Yeah, glad you stopped for a bit.
Always stay bright.
If I don't get my goods to buyers soon, they'll cancel the contract.
What's going on here? Olin's in there, somewhere.
Don't look to me for help.
And so's Erend, that other Outlander I talked to the night before the proving. Erend said he'd introduce me to his sister if I visited Meridian. Said she was captain of the Vanguard.
Yes, indeed he did.
Does murdering the captain of the Vanguard break the ceasefire? She was only an officer.
If this keeps up, I'll be broke in a month.
It's always the
City's locked
merchants
down
who
on
suffer.
account of
Good
the
luck getting
murder.
through, Outlander.
Alright. Let the cinematics begin.
Stop right there. In light of the recent attack, no stranger passes into Meridian without submitting to search.
Recent attack? What are you talking about?
The murder of Captain Ursa and her vanguards, of course. Ambushed by Shadow Carja forces in Redridge Pass.
Ursa? You mean Erend's sister is dead?
How would you know his name?
I know Erend. Summon him. I need to speak to him.
Ha! I doubt that Erend, the new captain of the Vanguard, a man in grief, is going to waste his time on a grimy Outlander.
Aloy! Hey, you're alive! I thought you were dead. Make way, make way!
All the way to Meridian just to see me?
Have you been drinking?
Ah, not really. A little. So, you're alive. We should celebrate. The drink's on me.
We need to talk, alone, and you need to pull it together.
Over there.
So you approve?
Of course I approve. From now on, she may come and go from this city as she pleases.
As you wish, sir.
There. Alone as you asked. And what did you want to tell me?
I'm Batman. No, I love the guards on duty. Drinks are on me. Sir, we're working. Drinks are on me anyway. Drinks are in me. I'm drunk. Who cares?
I heard what happened to Ursa. I'm sorry. I know she was special to you.
Special to me? Special to everyone. She always knew what to do. She bossed everyone around. She kept me in line. Now I'm supposed to fill her shoes. And instead, here I am, stumbling around in them.
It could be rude. I lost someone too. Everyone's lost someone. You try and empathize.
Give yourself some time. You'll find your footing.
Not at the rate I've been drinking.
And what would your sister have said about that?
I know, you're right. I should expect more of myself. She always did.
A lot has happened since we last spoke. The Proving was attacked by a group of killers. Not many of us survived.
We were in the village when we heard explosions up on the mountain. Some of your braves came back, said most of the contestants were dead. I've never heard such a wail of grief as the sound that rose up from your people. How did you survive?
How I survived is less important than how I was targeted.
Targeted? What do you mean?
The killer's kiss of Olin.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense.
I need to find Olin. I need to know what he knows.
But he's a friend.
No, he's a traitor. I don't know who the killers are or what they want, but I do know that Olin is working with them.
But, I mean, this...
I don't need you to understand, Erend. I just need you to take me to him.
He's not here. He went scrounging for scrap and relics days ago. It could be anywhere.
Are there any places he frequents, places he returns to?
A house. Here in Meridian.
Okay, then take me there. I need to search it.
I guess. As long as I'm there to witness the search.
I need to see Olin's place. Now.
Okay. Come on.
So many people here, all talking at once. How does anyone think?
I don't. I just drink.
There's a mob coming up, and I really wish they had done more with the dialogue, because you become aware of the crowd from what the rabble-rouser is screaming, and then it cuts to cinematic, and the dialogue is pretty much just repeated. Do a little more. They did so much work with this game. Ashley Birch, who voices Aloy, spectacular voice actress as far as I know. And the amount of detail that went into the scenery, the city of Meridian, is miraculous to the eyes. Uh, Being a kid who grew up, through the 70s and 80s, when an Atari 2600 was, woo, look, we can play Pac-Man and Space Invaders, and oh boy, actually, Pac-Man for the Atari 2600 wasn't that great. But still, it was as close as we could get to the arcade version, and that was a big deal to us. Pong was a big deal to us. This stuff that I'm seeing now, kids today, they take it all for granted. All right.
Is she a Nora?
Apparently they're letting anyone into the city these days.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Buy what you need and leave the rest. How long will a bud hide in his palace? Till they see blood for blood, vengeance for Ursa. How long will Avad hide in his palace?
Year after year, why does he spare those who enslaved and tortured and butchered? Erend, you should want vengeance more than anyone. Your own sister, murdered, and her death, unavenged?
One more word, you scorched out slag, and I'll throw you in jail myself! Now get out of here, or I'll give you all a kick in the ass!
What did he mean about Ursa's murder?
Not now.
How to Make Friends and Influence People by Erend Vanguardsman.
Okay, how are we gonna get in? Oh, that was subtle.
Here we are. Try not to break anything. Other than the door.
All of this for one man.
It pays to have connections in the Sun King's court.
I wish we'd go through other doors like this one back here, but nope.
The corner of this rug is frayed, and the floor near it is worn. Let's see what's underneath.
Hey, how did that get here?
Question is, how to get through it.
Without a key, you won't. That's a vault hatch of Oseram make. Nothing gets through.
We'll see about that.
Indeed. I am a determined woman.
Call it a day, girl. You're wasting time.
Yeah, you think so. It took me a while to figure out what to be doing here.
A lot of metal here. Could be just what I need. Looks big and heavy. Could do a lot of damage if it fell down.
What she's about to do is probably impossible. But we'll give it
a little push.
I did say not to break anything, didn't I?
I love that little shrug she gives, like, what are you gonna do? I'm stuck on a post. Okay, so... check out the map.
A map. The glyphs show places he visited. Looks like Olin kept a journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
No doubt now. Olin knew I was targeted.
Her mouth moved for the first part of that, but not for the second. That was a bit weird. That's right, we scanned the Thunderjaw. There are lots of parts that can break off that bad boy. Gatelines, what we completed before. Oh, look at that. Garbage. More and more garbage.
Serve and they live. Disobey, and I will open their throats and leave their corpses to prune in the sun.
They took his wife and child captive.
They? Who's they?
The killers. They told him to obey or they'd kill his family.
Well, now we talk to Erend.
There's your proof. The last page. He writes about meeting me and the order to kill me.
He called himself a friend. That backstabbing cheat. How did you learn to read glyphs? And these things that you see, how do you do it?
The focus. It reveals the unseen.
And Olin's focus, it's the same?
The device is the same, but somehow Olin and the killers can speak to each other with their focuses over distances, and see through each other's focuses too, like looking through each other's eyes.
So that's how the killers saw you? Through Olin?
Yes, so far as I can tell. Now that I know where to find Olin, I should be on my way.
All by yourself?
Leave it to me. I'm faster on my own.
Wait. If that device lets you see the unseen...
Out of the way, Erend.
I'm asking you to help me, Aloy. I need to know who killed Ursa. Not just the Shadow Karja army, I know that, but the exact soldiers who did it.
I'm sorry about your sister, but that's your war, not mine.
Don't act like this isn't personal. You came here hunting the people who nearly killed you, who massacred your people. Why should you have justice and not me? Look, I'll head for Red Ridge Pass, where Ursa's body was found, and wait for you there. A few minutes of your focus is all I need. Don't make me beg.
Red Ridge Pass, you said? I'll see what I can do.
Okay, so... this gives you another main quest. And I've never actually tried to, complete the game without doing that. Well, there was a lighting shift. Okay. There are several quests around here. Some that can be half completed.
Smells like nothing I've ever smelled before. Is that some kind of spice?
Okay, let's go buy a new ropecaster, shall we? Surely. Ah, yes, the Adept Blast Sling. We want one of those. Yes, we'll equip it here. That's garbage. Yes, we want one of these. No, we're not going to equip it. Yes, for one of these. No, we're not going to equip it. And I believe I'm already wearing decent armor. They do have various effects. This one protects from corruption. This one just has an extra slot. So you can try and boost the effectiveness against whatever. Fire, ice. This one helps you be quiet. Electricity. This one protects it against a little of everything. This is a protection against melee. I don't know how. And this one against arrows. I don't know how. So, I've gotten everything I really need. I'm going to sell off all of this now. Considering I've got all the weapons I want. Wait. No. That's what we want. Yeah, we do not want to sell off truly hard to come by items. The Fireclaw, that's from the Frozen Wilds, and yeah, there's a limited amount of those guys you can fight. Now let's
Would you like to buy something today?
buy a few specialty items. Again, I don't know if I'm going to go into the Frozen Wilds, but while I'm here, this guy sells special treasure boxes. So, we can buy Blue Gleam, which is just frozen hydraulic fluid apparently. And all this becomes trash. Oh. I apparently don't know things. Wait, did I just... we want that. We want that back. Because I am smart. I do not need that much glaze. Again, easy to come by. Now, I mentioned these gems before, the slag shine. I could sell them one for 25 each. Really? Or, oh my god, I don't know things. $25 each, or, oh, that's right, we got new weapons. That's the blue gleam. Okay, it's 25 each, or I'll get, out of this particular box, 4 detonation traps, and there's a minimum of 4 traps per box. I already opened all those. Okay. So instead of 20 just for 25, I'll get 48 for these. See how that works? It's a great way to make money. Also, the crystal braiding, which I don't need more of these anymore. You do need them to buy some specialty items. Let's see. Each crystal braid sells for 50. Usually when you open these bad boys up, you'll get a decent amount of shards and sometimes trash, just vendor trash. Like now. So, that was not what I wanted to do at all. So we're just going to sell those off. I'm going to wait on getting the other trap boxes. Because that's just me repetitiously going through buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling. I don't want to waste your time with that nonsense. So, there we have it. We are all set to go grabbing other quests. We'll stop at the Hunter's Lodge first.
Did we teach the Carja nothing else?
And
what are they doing out here?
the leader of the Hunter's Lodge is the most
girl cursed at me the other day. Shameless.
You need to win 3 half-suns at our hunting grounds to gain admittance to the lodge.
You mean these?
Very well, then. Congratulations, and welcome. Our members reap rewards and adventure and live on in legend.
Am I a member now?
No, you're only a fledgling. Junior members are called thrushes. To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk to sponsor you.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor 1 hunter at a time, and I'm afraid most of them already have one.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs, present yourself to the Sunhawk Assis, our leader, who should introduce you to a hawk. I hope it's worth it.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
Assis is a classist schmuck. And let's talk to Idaba? I don't know, they never seen her name.
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect. Never thought I'd see a Nora here, and a woman at that. So, you have marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right, you're new here.
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe. Ursa, captain of the Vanguard, and delivered that news personally. You should have been there. It was glorious. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified. Yet here you are.
Are you a member?
Me? No. Karja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good to me. I don't think the Oseram know how to sell to us Karja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I figure I'll be able to open my own shop soon enough.
Excuse me.
What do you want with my marks?
You hunters and your badges. I'm not going to take them. I'm going to give you a weapon that sets you apart. Yeah, I thought that'd get your attention. If you earn marks in all 3 trials at each of the 5 hunting grounds, come to me. I can give you up to 3 weapons, 1 for 15 half-suns, 1 for 15 full suns, and 1 you'll love for all blazing suns.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, I can give you a Hunter's Lodge weapon. Show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons I have for you.
I'm a little short on marks.
No problem. Once you have marks from all 15 trials, you'll be able to get the next Hunter's Lodge weapon from me.
So, we've already done 2 of the hunting grounds. We've earned 6 blazing suns. So, we're on our way. The quote-unquote golden weapons of the Hunter's Lodge offer up better handling. Handling increases your rate of fire. In fact, I think I was going to show you that with my tripcaster, which I failed to do. So, I've got the tripcaster now pretty fast, right? I mean, the reload on that, let's try that again. So, and she's already reloaded. Let's go in, modify weapon. Where are you? Okay. See how sluggishly that she reloaded? That was horrible. I've tried to do my little Thunderjaw trick without enhancing the handling on the weapon, and it just didn't. It just didn't. That's pretty much where it stops. It didn't do it for me. And you know what? We've got other weapons here that could use a little enhancing. Oh, come now. I've got better damage. This is why I have these extra weapons to hang on to. Various modifications for me. It's a cheat, kinda. It helps me store the extra modifications. Well, that one will definitely add boom. Here we have that one enhanced fully. By enhancing this with, greater cold capacity, it'll have the effect of causing the freeze effect to last longer. Wow, could I pause just a little bit longer in my discussions? I suppose I could. All of those are also have handling. Look at this. All of them boost handling. That's awesome sauce. So direct. I guess we could sell all that. Now we've got some glyphs to scan. The record of Red Maw. A few seconds. So if anyone wants to pause and read. Taking on Red Maw is a pretty big deal to the Hunter's Lodge.
It will be a long time.
There you have it, the history of the Hunter's Lodge. And I missed some glyphs downstairs, but let's talk to Captain Happy here. Wait a second, I scanned something. Oh. Just money. Don't really need it. Alright. Now for this bundle of joy.
Excuse us. The machine rider graces us with her presence. You're a Nora, are you not? A fighter from the savage lands.
The sacred land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
Huh. Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your betters.
You're hardly my better. Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage. And no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a Hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight.
Oh, you want to just reach for the screen and smack him. Don't you? I know I want to smack him. And here's Talana. But first we missed this little guy. Let's scan it. Oh, I'm not even paying attention to where I should stop. Sorry. And that should cover it. Now we talk to Talana.
You're Talana? Assis said you were a hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Red Maw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
Assis, what's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the Lodge. The highest ranking asshole... Sorry, member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So? I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a hawk who brought in the trophies first. That's how it works. Whichever hawk defeats the greatest machine first becomes the Sunhawk.
How does one become a hawk?
When a hawk dies, his thrush is promoted in his place, no matter how anyone feels about it.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the Lodge in other ways. Unlike the other hawks, who hoard all the best kills and drink the bar dry.
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Assis the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me. What do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all up.
So if I do that, you'll sponsor me?
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis spoil.
Now, they've done an amazing job animating Aloy, but later you'll see they didn't do such a great job with Talana. There's a point where Talana goes to run, and she just looks like a poorly animated robot. So, yeah, we've been given our new quest, get trophies for the Lodge, and now, at least some of these prize NPCs have some personality. It's not just, I need the TV remote. It's right there. Well, I cannot get it. I cannot reach it. Go and fetch me the TV remote. So you bring back the remote and they say, thank you. Have a good day. Here's some experience. And you're missing it. I have a hand gesture for that and everything.
Adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy. Oi there, Outlander. Name's Vilgund. Did you come to the city looking for work? Oh, good shards. Enough to buy garb more becoming of your...
Okay, stop there if you want me to hear you out.
I only meant a well-molded woman such as you. I heard an interesting rumor about a Banuk camp. Tame machines, the rumor said. So I hired men to investigate. Just investigate, that's all. Those Banuk are canny, too canny. I paid up front. Well, half up front. I've had no word back.
So now you're hiring someone to find the last men you hired.
They're a sunk cost. This rumor's worth more to me.
So is there any more to the rumor about this camp?
The last bunch just wanted to know about the reward. You're a smart one. This camp isn't even big enough for a name up where the snow won't thaw. They say the Banuk there live alongside machines. Peaceful as you like. Keep 'em, use 'em, sing to 'em. If it's true, if we learned how they do it, Think how valuable that would be to all the tribes.
When you say valuable, you mean they'd pay you for it.
Girl, I'm not made of straw.
What can you tell me about the Banuk?
The Banuk women. Snow witches all. Cold eyes, cold... They choose to live up there in Ban-Ur, in the ice. Trying to have a conversation, it's like chipping them out of the stuff. They prefer machines for company. That's why I'm putting my shards on this rumor.
Then they might not want outsiders to know about this place.
Their mystic act. No care for possessions, for luxuries. Pile of slag. Those people bargain harder than the winter frost.
Are you some kind of merchant? You don't seem to have any wares.
More of an explorer.
But you send other people to do your exploring.
All right, more of an opportunist. Girl. Nora girl. Huntress. We live in a world of opportunities. Risky opportunities. But why should risk stand in the way of a lucrative prospect for the likes of me? All right. I'm more of a gambler.
If I did look into your rumor...
You won't need to climb up the shoulders of the world for it. It's on the edge of Banuk land, beneath the anvil of the moon. And you look like you know your way around the savage east. The east. If it's true they walk among machines without fear in this camp, well, you can't miss that, can you? Payment on return.
So, Vilgund has the lovely habit of sticking his foot in his mouth.
But he's made a place in the Sundom for the awesome.
Pretty amusing, actually. Alright, where is...
Inside the main gate in Palace Square. Better here than on the battlefield. A woman is rising in the ranks of the hunt.
There it is.
It's a new day.
Okay.
You're Nora. I'm the mournful Naman. My apologies that we meet like this.
Like this?
In grief. You hold yours close, like a talisman. Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Karja owe me nothing.
I see. Well, I could use the help of a strong-willed outlander. Then you very much indeed. These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices, not mouthing Karja rituals to Karja stone. But there are obstacles. And while Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance, these robes only tie my hands.
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram, who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffer no heathen. This Utaru lost her companion on the edge of the jewel, at a pool where snap moths gather. The shrine was built there to ward off the machines, and its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Banuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb, a call to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Glinthawks perch there, drawn to the spires shining.
So, clear the machines out of 2 shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
Naman, rituals and prayers can't bring back those who are lost.
No, but it can help those who grieve to find themselves. It can lend them strength and hope, like a new sunrise.
And that in and of itself is a very sweet sentiment. I actually love this character. He's He's what you would expect of a good priest of any order. Concern for one's spiritual well-being and mental health. And that's what he's out here doing.
I didn't think your priesthood would ask outsiders for help.
If only the sun would set on our pride. Until this is done, I am no sun priest. To wear a red robe was an aspiration. I aspired. Now our hoods make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but forget how the old king's priests sang the words and blessed the killing.
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes. And the sacrifices that came after.
Why did the priests go along with all that bloodshed?
Sometimes we Carja are more concerned with what is tradition than what is right.
Huh. Maybe the Carja and Nora aren't so different. You're disappointed with the Sun Priests, but you still wanted to be one?
I spent my whole life looking up to the temple. My brother's voice echoing in its arches. Even he couldn't turn me away, and how he tried, in the end. He said, when we were loved, our robes were dyed in cinnabar. Now they are stained in blood.
How so?
Our robes are handed down to us. Most of the old priests fled rather than be seen in the glare of a new sun. And so we are left to wear their sins. For me, at least, they hang heavy.
Where is your brother now?
He waits for me on the trail of the sun, I hope. He spoke out against the sacrifices. For a priest to question the Sun King's will, his punishment was worst of all.
You lost someone you loved, too. I'm sorry.
No, not lost. When I took on these robes, I found his memory.
I'll do what I can to help those in mourning.
To honor their memories is to honor us all.
Okay. So, checking the map. We've got one more quest to grab. And we're going to start that one immediately. That is not what I want to do. Nor is that. Wow, I'm batting 1,000. Very nice that they have Gregorian chants going on. How do I get out of here?
Have you seen the memorials in the sun?
This is the inside of the temple. Thumbs. Wait. No, cannot in fact go further. Okay, just curious. Alright, fine. I'll follow this soy marker.
There's a guard under the last king. Far cry.
Come take a look. Would you like to buy something today?
Right.
Rising in the ranks of the Hunters
You
Lodge?
there! Can you help me? You with the second sight, I need your help.
With the second sight.
You're the one the
fast.
Vanguard has been crowing about. The Nora who tracks criminals and traitors with her second sight. If only you'd use it to help me. A thief raided my home and took my brother's sword.
Tell me about the robbery. Don't leave anything out.
It was brazen and professional. They took only the sword, my most valuable possession. The thief went out through the window and scared the shadow off my steward. Otherwise, it would have been a clean getaway.
Why would someone steal the sword?
It's priceless. Made from the burnished antler of a lancehorn, finely inlaid with studded stones all down the...
Okay, I get it.
Forgive me. That's not even why it's important. The 12th Sun King gave it to my brother for his military service. He was killed in battle during the liberation. I was saving it for my nephew who's stranded at Sunfall with the Karja in Shadow.
How did your nephew wind up in Sunfall?
Most of the old clergy backed the Mad Sun King, so when he fell, they ran out of fear of retribution. As an honor guard to a venerable priest, my nephew had no choice but to go with them. Now that my brother is gone, my nephew is my heir, so that sword really belongs to him. And after all he's been through, I won't be able to look him in the face if I don't get it back.
I'll see what I can do about the robbery.
Have a word with my steward if you need to. He saw the thief escape. And listen, all I want is the sword back. Meridian, and my family for that matter, has seen enough strife already. If I can get it back, all is forgiven. No retribution necessary.
Okie dokie.
Take a look at these wares.
Now, you don't have to talk to the steward, but for those who are curious as to what he says...
You saw the thief make a run for it?
My back was to the wall, you see? Wasn't expecting someone to crawl out the window. He ran past me, dressed in gray, clutching a sword. That's all I saw. By the sun, my heart nearly seized up.
And that's that. So.
Drops of blood leading away.
Okay. Wait. Oh, that's just a glare. It's getting dark in the game, so...
More blood. I'm still on the trail.
I know these recordings aren't the clearest. I'm recording in high def. I don't know why it doesn't always look like it's high def.
Still more blood. The thief got cut pretty bad. The trail ends here. But someone must have seen the thief.
Good thing there's a named NPC right here that I can talk to.
Did someone run past here, holding a sword?
Sure did. He grabbed some linen off the stand here and took off down the stairs behind you. He was bleeding, so maybe he needed a binding. Blast it! That was expensive cloth. I can't believe I paid for that thief's bandage.
Okay.
Hope I managed to sleep through the night this time.
If the thief came this way, there's only one way he could have gone. Forward. No sign of the thief. Someone must have seen him go by.
So, once again, there's a named NPC just standing here. Now, out of curiosity, what time is it? 10 o'clock at night. Maybe she's a prostitute. No.
Did you see anyone run through here? He would have been holding a sword.
Yeah. Almost crashed into me, too. He ran down the parapet here and went down the lift. No way you'll catch him now. I didn't see a sword, though.
He wasn't carrying anything.
Not a damn thing. Just ran like his ass was on fire.
The thief must have ditched the sword.
Cleanse the corruption?
But where?
Might as well try to catch the
Maybe
light
he
in
had
your
help.
hand.
That merchant stall would have been a convenient drop-off.
It certainly would. Well, let's... No, we don't need to. We already know where she is.
It looks like the thief got away, but without the sword. I thought maybe he dropped it off somewhere. Like here, for instance?
What? No. I had nothing to do with this.
I guess we'll see when I get the city guard to toss your stall and question your customers.
Hold on. There's more to this. You've got a reputation for shining light in the darkness, so I know you'll listen. You're right. The sword was passed to me, and I passed it on to someone else. It's going to be sold, but not for profit. The shards will go to people in need.
You expect me to believe that?
I can prove it. Meet my friends at the watermill in the lower village. They'll explain everything. If they don't convince you, come right back with the guards. I'm not going anywhere.
It wouldn't matter if you did. I'd find you. But all right. I'll check out the watermill. Okay. Guess I should go to this watermill then to find out what's going on.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna get down the lift and make a quick save of the game. Wait a minute. I'm missing something. Silly me.
An old man caught me sipping a brew at work.
Oh, I'm special.
Most of the colonists take the elevators back to the village at night.
Much to my embarrassment, this is where I wanted to go in the first place. You know the worst part of this whole thing? I just can't imagine living without air conditioning. I'd be dying. Mind you, it's mostly these drier areas that look like desert. And forest and yeah. Excuse me again. Trapdoor just opens up and Aloy falls to her death.
Meridian. Couldn't imagine living anywhere else.
Okay, this is where I pause, because we're at the hour mark. I'll be back shortly.